You're watching the Manitoba Racing Network.
Cars now all lining up on the track. A total of 24 cars will be racing in this Big Al Delane Memorial race tonight. Did I say 24? Correction. There is now 25 cars. Another car has been added. A very special night here at Red River Coop Speedway. Down here tonight, Al Delane, who passed away from a battle with cancer on June 22nd of 2009, was a fixture in the local auto racing community for many years. This is a race that Al dreamed about. Big money, big pressure, and a big reward at the end. The response from our racing community shows that he truly left his mark on the world of racing in Manitoba. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time to meet tonight's competitors. In the Greens Barbecue Bar, number 99, he starts 25th. Let's hear it for Glenn Strachan. And starting outside of row 12 in the 24 starting position He drives the Devil's Lake Speedway number 4N. This is Nolan Olmsted. All right, and next up, starting inside of row number 12 in the 20X, let's hear it for Darian Boyce. Now moving back into the 11th row. How about it? Back in a race car here tonight, longtime racing veteran. This is the 4 of Luke Dykstra. And starting inside the 11th row, this is the 21J. He is sponsored by Atomic Iron. How about it for Joe Chaplinski? And starting outside of row number 10 in the 20th starting position, his sponsor is Saint Vitel Electric. In the X5, let's hear it for Rob Gordon. And this driver comes to us all the way from Veblen, South Dakota. This is an elite chassis. How about it? This is Denver Nickerson. And moving up into row number 9 in the 18th starting position, let's hear it for the 51, sponsored by Leech River Transport. This is Randy Belloc. And driving the 92 car, let's hear it for the McDexter 92 of Justin Bronk. Moving into the 8th row, this driver is out of Ontario, very, very competitive. He drives the Tompkins home hardware machine. How about it for the 16 of Gavin Paul? And starting inside of row number 8, he drives the Wall Brothers Racing, G-Force Racing Gear number 75. Let's hear it for an accomplished snowmobile racer. This is Jordan Wall. Outside of row number 7, he drives the Burbank Express, DeKalb, Rosetown Agro 5G. Put your hands together for East St. Paul, Scott Greer in the 5G. And in the GNC Payne number 35 out of Selkirk, Manitoba, a longtime racing veteran, this is Adam Magus. Sponsored by Wall Brothers Racing and Central Wisconsin Lumber, another accomplished snowmobile racer out of Greenbush, Minnesota, this is the 74, Dustin Wall. And inside of row number 6, out of Ullin, Minnesota, this driver is the Corn Cob champ and one to watch in this GRT race car. Let's hear it for the 1X. This is Cody Erickson. And now we move into our top 10 in passing points. Outside of row number 5 in the 10th starting spot. This is the A1 Environmental Region Construction number 7. How about it for Danny Staff? And next up in the Lee River Transport Simpsons Transfer Custom EDM Limited number 57. This guy has won 6 modified championships here at Red River Co-op Speedway. This is none other than Kevin Sexton. And in his 7th year of modified racing, and a guy to watch, he is in the Coyote Ventures Direct Automotive Incorporated 29K. He is out of St. Andrews, Manitoba. This is Ryan Karalak. And out of New Folden, Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, with the big Ford horsepower on board, he is the reigning champ of the Al Delane Memorial A Modified Championship. How about it for the 2? This is Aaron Holton. Holton here to defend his title in 2014. Moving now to the 3rd row, outside of row 3 in the 6th starting position. He drives the K4 equipment, Imrie Demolition, BSB Manufacturing 10W, 2 points championships in a row for this guy. This is Ward Imrie. And inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, He is out of Fanistel, Manitoba, and sponsored by Champ Ventures Incorporated, along with St. Claude Auto. Let's hear it for the 48, Jerome Dio. And next we move to Marquette, Manitoba, and a former Super Truck champion. He is sponsored by Santana Kennels and Johnny McRae Trucking. Let's hear it for the 9, Ford-powered. This is Lee McRae. And last night's winner, this is a Shaw chassis. The driver is out of Fort Francis. Let's hear it for last night's winner, the number 85, Jamie Davis. And moving up to the all-important first row. This driver is sponsored by St. Claude Auto and Extreme Coatings, a former Lightning Sprint competitor and Super Truck competitor. Put your hands together for Fanistel, Manitoba's Eric Dio. And starting on the pole here tonight in the Mountain Motor End, Interlake Mobile Welding, 1R. This is a Shaw chassis by Buzzy, also sponsored by Westbrook Manufacturing. This race is in honor of his dad, and this driver has tonight's pole position. Let's hear it for the 1R. This is Rick Delane. What do you say, Winnipeg? Are you ready to go modified racing? All right, we are going to get these drivers in their race cars, and we are going to count down from 5 when each and every driver is ready. And we are going to go with Gentlemen, Start Your Engines and get going in this very important 5th annual Al Delane Memorial Race. I want to hear you one more time for all of these drivers. All right, guys, we're going to make the countdown 10. We're going to count down from 10, and at 1, we are going to say, gentlemen, start your engines. Are you ready, Winnipeg? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 5. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to race here at Red River Coop Speedway? "25 cars, 30 laps on the board. We're going to see some great modified action here tonight. $3,000 for the winner tonight. And starting on that pole, as Darren Palin said, driving the 1R, that is Rick Delane. He'll be leading us in tonight's race, and only fitting, seeing as though this race, the 5th annual Al Delane Memorial, is in honor of his father. Cars now on the track as we're getting ready to go. They are moving and we are racing.
What a great way to start this big race. All the drivers lined up, the introductions. The gentlemen, start your engines.
A great way to have tonight's race. So many drivers that could be a threat in this one. You got the 1R up front. The 48 of Jerome Guillot has been looking good. The 10W, Ward Emery, the guy beside him driving the 2, Aaron Holton, former winner from last year. Ryan Kerlick looked like he had things going on. So did that 57 car beside him. That's Kevin Sexton. Sexton, of course, won the last big modified race here last week. As the cars lining up now in the backstretch, pace truck gets them in order, slows them down. Sean Clausen, Ken Plating bringing you all the action tonight. 30 laps in this final feature of the evening of the Big Al Delaney Memorial, day number 2.
We've seen a lot of great racing so far today. I know that this race is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
10:26 right now in Manitoba. 30 minutes on the clock. And a lot of money on the line. So hard to call who could win this race. With 30 laps on the board, there's plenty of racing to go around. This race goes to show you that modified racing here in Canada and the U.S., the northern U.S., doing quite well. 24 cars, healthy car count. Pace truck speeding away, which means we are 1 to green. Cars moving into position. We are almost ready to go. Half a lap before we're green flag racing. They're waving green, and we are kicking off this Big Al Delaney Memorial feature race. Guillot and Delaney off the hop.
3 wide in the middle of the field.
Great racing all over. Danny Staff flying up the pack, getting beside Aaron Holton. So is Kevin Sexton. Your leader after 1 lap, Rick Delaney. One in the books, 29 to go. The 25 of Eric Guillot, he's currently in 2nd spot. Oh, some cars bumping and turn on 1 and 2. Danny Staff, he was one of them. Rick Delaney with quite an impressive lead so far. Oh, a couple cars collide in the front stretch, the 51 and the X. They kept it going. Another car goes off the track.
That's Nolan Olmsted on the top of turn 2. He stays in the throttle, gets it back on the track.
Your leader after 4 laps, it's Rick Delane driving the 1R. The 25 of Gio, Eric Gio that is, he's in second spot. Race developing for third between the 85 and the 9. Jamie Davis, Lee McCrae. They're coming around the front stretch now. Aaron Holton. He's in 7th spot. Ward Emery just in front of him in 6th. And brother Jerome Gio, his younger brother, is in 2nd. Jerome's in 5th.
Our leader getting closer to lap traffic.
We are just 6 laps in, and Rick Delane is already looking at the bumper of a different car.
At the car of number 4 of Nolan Olmsted coming to a stop in the top of turn 4. That's going to bring in caution number 1.
Good news for young Eric Gio. He gets closer to our leader now on the restart. We're going to move back a lap, so we're going to say 24 still left to go. 6 completed here at Red River Co-op Speedway.
Nolan Olmsted in the car that came to rest at the top of turn 4 is just taking off his helmet, so that means his day is done.
Fastest guy on the track right now is driving the 1R. Rick Delane is the only guy that clips the 20-second barrier. Young Eric Gio is in 2nd spot, has not won a feature race with that car yet, looking to do so tonight. You've called some races at your other tracks. Have you seen a big car count like this before?
I have not called a race this big before. It's quite exciting from this side of things.
Well, we have one car that's calling it an early night.
Great racing so far. Right off the start, they were 3 wide through the middle of the field. Then they all sorted themselves out. They went single file for the first 12 to 15 spots. A couple of the ladder cars from there were battling, good clean battles, everyone kind of staying off of each other. Great racing so far.
Front of the track right now, the leader's coming by the 57 car. That's Kevin Sexton. Don't think he's having any problems, but something just did fall off of his car. Or maybe he kicked it up when he was driving by. Finding his place in the lineup right now. So we're going to get a restart here. Still got a way to go. 6 laps done. 24 remaining. A special thanks to some of our many sponsors, including Murray Cozy Trucking Limited, with 28 years of experience and Canadian owned and operated. Honesty, integrity, and loyalty are important. You can be confident when you cozy up with us. Check out our website at www.murraycozytrucking.ca. Cars all getting ready on the restart. At the front of the pack, the 1R, Rick Delane. As they come around turn 4 to start this race again. Delane just takes off flying. 2 wide in the middle of the pack, a whole bunch of cars. 3 wide now going around turn 3. Look at all those cars coming around.
contact as cars are spinning in turn 4. Caution number 2 out on the track.
So we've got a yellow flag, another break here. Looks like we may have got a lap in. So last night it was a long night. Tonight it's a long night here at the Speedway. But you couldn't ask for a nicer night. Nice, warm, beautiful Manitoba day. So they will get the cars ready to go here. This video production is sponsored in part by Inferno's Bistro, located in the heart of St. Boniface, and Inferno's on Academy, Winnipeg's hottest restaurant and lounge. Check us out at infernosbistro.com and infernosonacademy.com. Welcome back to Red River Co-op Speedway. Danny Staff done for the night. Went over to the pits, got out of the car, so it looks like he's finished. We're just about ready to go again. Rick Delane still your leader. 7 laps done, 23 to go.
Oh, hard.
Oh. He's still going. And he's going off. So his night's done.
I believe that was the 1X. Cody Erickson hard into the wall in the front stretch. Major airborne. But we stay green.
We are green, and your leader driving the 1R, Rick Delane. His brother won tonight. Wouldn't it be something to see both Delane boys win? The 48 of Jerome Guillot now is second, so the Guillot boys have switched places. He too is looking for a win in that modified. Hasn't done it here this year. Getting closer to Rick Delane. Delane seems to have some wheels when he flies down that backstretch. Your leader, Rick Delane. 20 laps to go on the board. These cars are putting on a pretty good race. They're staying pretty close together in the middle of the pack. The 48 of Guillot, he's in second spot. The 85 of Jamie Davis in third. The 9 of Les McRae, he's in fourth. And look at this, 3 wide, Ward Emery, the 16, and the 29, Karalik, he's spinning. Holds on though, wow, Karalik somehow manages to hold on and keep racing.
Great driving by Adam Magus right behind him too, not getting into him. Rolled off the throttle just enough to stay off the side and back bumper of him.
The Darian Boyce and Adam Magus, the 35 and the 20X were battling now. Another one, it's the 57, the 2, and the 16. Gavin Paul. The 2 is Aaron Holton, and oh, car up on the track, oh boy. The 16 of Gavin Paul.
Great recovery, and he goes into 3 wide in turn 2.
Could you imagine Normally we'd see a yellow.
Absolutely.
These guys are pushing it to the limit. They don't want to give up a spot just in case it's their fault.
Gavin Paul now slowing to a stop on turn 4. Definitely something broken in that car, I'm sure.
So
as that
we
was
will have
hard
a
hit.
yellow now. Wow.
2 big hits right in the front stretch wall here.
Can you believe it? We'll take a look and see if we have this. What an amazing race we're seeing here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. We will probably have a couple laps added to the counter board. Right now it's showing 18. We could be back to 19 or 20. Really pushing it to the limit tonight.
Absolutely. I think there might have been slight contact between him and another car there.
Let's take a look at how this one transpired. Take a look at this. And it looks like maybe the 57 car went out of his line a little bit and squeezed him out. Didn't have any room.
Looks like the 57 maybe just moved up. Not much, but just enough that there wasn't any more room.
And Gavin Paul driving the 16. We'll have another restart. As we take a look at the lineup, Rick Delane, your leader right now. Behind him, it's that 48 car, Jerome Guillot, the 85 of Jamie Davis. He's in third. As you can see there, Delane will still hold on to his lead spot. And behind him lining up is the 48 and the 85. In the next row, Lee McRae and the other Guillot, the 25, that's Eric Guillot. Behind him, Holton, and what looks like, I do believe it's the 57 of Kevin Sexton. Any of these guys could win tonight. The 74 and the 10W will line up next. And they're getting 1 to green here as we're getting ready to go racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Darian Boyce, Adam Magus. These guys are really putting the pedal to the metal and giving it all. $3,000 on the line. We've seen it already once tonight that the leaders go to the back of the pack. Anything could happen. So it's very possible with 18 laps to go, you can see a guy in the middle of the pack come all the way up to the front. They're going green. And they're clean coming out of 4. Can the same be said out of 1 and 2? Looks like it. Your leader, Rick Delane, the 85 car of Jamie Davis, is currently in second right now. Guillot gave up that spot. And he also gave up another to the 9 of Lee McRae, who's in third. McRae now pushing for the top 2. Then we've got a pair of Guillots, the 48 and the 25, and then Kevin Sexton trying to work his way in there. And behind him, Aaron Holden. That's second and third on your screen. $15 laps to go. What we would dub a normal modified race here at Red River Co-op Speedway. They're only halfway done. That's mid-pack that you can see on your screen right now. And up front, there are our leaders. That's second and third. McRae now trying to work his way around that 85 of Jamie Davis.
Battle between Sexton and Guillot, a little bit of contact going into turn 1, and Sexton went underneath them.
And he gets around Aaron Holton as well. Kevin Sexton now in 5th spot. Holton in 6th, Guillot in 7th. Dustin Wall in 8th, Ward Emery 9th, and Scott Greer is in 10th spot. Couple guys clipping the 20-second barrier. Delane, Davis, and McRae all got a ton of speed out there. 12 laps to go. The 25 car, Eric Gio, trying to catch up on Aaron Holton. Ward Emery now getting passed by the 74 car of Dustin Wall. Scott Greer now trying to get around Ward Emery. Jamie Davis, the 85 car, he's in second spot. But your leader, who's way out in front, is driving that 1R car. That is Rick Delane coming around turn number 4 now. And he's getting the caution. He's going around lap traffic. Delane goes to the inside. Gets around that St. Patel electric car. Hard for the second spot to try to catch up to Delane. He's got a pretty comfortable lead, and the 85 car's got to get around 2 cars of lap traffic.
The lap traffic right now is helping Delane pull away.
And he's got a pretty comfortable space in front of him before he sees his next lap car. Current leader, the 1R, Rick Delane, with 9 laps to go. 8 laps now showing on the board for Delane. Oh, baby, we got a great race going on here tonight. The number 9, Lee McRae, now working his way around lap traffic. And Rick Delane's got this car on rails. Boy, does she look good out there. I'm going to bet he's going to be watching this video tomorrow night. 3 wide coming out of 4. Darian Boyce, Scott Greer, Ward Emery, and in front of him, Aaron Holton, last year's champion. Great racing, side by side by the 20W and the 20X. Pardon me, the 10W, 20X. Get my numbers mixed up. 6 laps to go for your leader. Great racing in the middle of the pack.
Oh, contact in turn 2. Couple cars stopping.
Looks like we're going to have a yellow flag.
The 4 car of Luke Dykstra, and I can't see the other car is sitting sideways.
Well, we've got another accident here at the Manitoba Racing Network, so we're going to be taking another short break as they get this one cleared up. Don't go too far. We've got more action coming up as we go modified racing here for the Big Al Delane Memorial at Red River Co-op Speedway.
A special thanks to some of our many sponsors, including Murray Cozy Trucking Limited, with 28 years of experience and Canadian owned and operated. Honesty, integrity, and loyalty are important. You can be confident when you cozy up with us. Check out our website at www.murraycozytrucking.ca.
Here as we're going to get the cars off the track. Somebody else's night is going to be ending a little early. But what a great race tonight. We've seen some great action, some big hits,
Yeah.
some collisions that we just continue racing, some cars going airborne. We've seen just about everything tonight.
It's been awesome. 3 wide, cars airborne. Same car leading the race, no one able to touch him. 3 wide. This is awesome.
Now, if you're Rick Delane, you're looking, you had 6 laps to go before you won this thing. So close.
Yep.
Restarts can kill you, especially when you had that big commanding lead. Anything can happen. And just to give you an idea here how close things are, fastest guys on the track are the top 3 guys, Rick Delane, Lee McRae, and Jamie Davis. Now, if they don't have to make up that ground anymore, could be an opportunity for McRae and Davis to get a jump on our leader, the 1R of Rick Delane. Plenty of great action here tonight, including this one. Watch this car go airborne. Gavin Paul.
That's a wild ride.
Very wild ride, riding on 2 wheels. Let's go back in reverse and take a look at this one again. Watch his wheels go up in the air. He was riding on that concrete for a good, I'd say 25 feet.
Yeah, that was a long ways. You're just hoping that thing comes down and lands on all 4s.
I do believe that's Kevin Sexton that bumped him. He's going to owe him a refreshment after the races tonight.
Yeah. Shake hands, have a refreshment, and carry on.
Fantastic racing here this evening as we're going modified racing. $3,000 to win. Thank you for joining us on the Manitoba Racing Network. We couldn't do this without you guys and, of course, our sponsors and the people here at the track. They do a fantastic job. We're back again next week as we get ready for our Super Truck Hall of Fame race here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Street stocks, 4 cylinders, late models, lightning sprints, and of course, Super Trucks will all be here on that evening racing.
The 4 car of Luke Dykstra all hooked up on the tow truck. He is off and back into the pits. We should be getting the one to go this time by. There is the signal, 1 lap till green.
6 laps to go on the board. Still plenty of time left on the clock, 6 minutes to go, so we are not single file yet. They're still keeping them side by side, except for our leader. He's up in the front by himself. He'll lead the way. The 1R, Rick Delane. On the inside behind him, it's the 9, Lee McRae. On his outside, it's the 85 of Jamie Davis. And then it's Gio and the 57 of Kevin Sexton. Let's see if anything will change here with 6 laps to go. The 85 car is keeping up with Delane. Delane tries to launch himself out, and look at the Gio car, 48 one. He's moved up. They both got past the the number 9 Ford of McRae. 3 wide.
Sexton getting around McRae, but McRae sliding over to the bottom, and now he takes his position back.
McRae in 4th spot right now, him and Sexton with a bit of a battle. That's the battle right now for 4th spot. There they come around turn 4. McRae trying to hold on the bottom of your screen, and at the top it's the 85 and the 48 fighting. Your leader in this one, he's driving the 1R. 3 laps to go. His brother won tonight. The race, the evening, the 2-day event named after his father, Big Al Delane. Could it be a double Delane win tonight? Two laps to go for our leader. There he goes. Down the front stretch, he's got a pretty commanding lead. Jerome Gio now in 3rd spot. 4th spot is Lee McRae. And Kevin Sexton's eyeing in on him for 5th spot. Your leader with 1 lap to go. We are going to stay with him for the rest of this race because he deserves it. He's done a lot of hard work, him and his brother and his family.
Turn
Well,
4.
we got cars all over the place. We're going to get a restart, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Holton. Is that Scott Greer?
No, that's Aaron Holton and the number 11 of Denver Nixon,
Denver Nixon.
who made the long trip out here from South Dakota, running a good, clean race. Holton looked like he spun all by himself. Nixon nowhere to go but sliding into him.
I'm going to make a guess right now that if you are Rick Delane, you are cringing every
Yes.
time you see that yellow flag come up because you know that you got a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
You've got 2 laps to go. You want to win. It's all in front of you, but another accident. And that's the thing about big races, big payouts. Everybody's pushing to get a little further ahead. So that 11 car in front of us right now, he's pulling back onto the track. He's got a little body work he's going to have to do this week. And the 2 of Aaron Holton, he was last year's winner here of the Big Al Delane Memorial. Trying to get his car going. As he's coming down the front stretch right now, Aaron Holton driving that number 2. He's got some body work as well. Doesn't look like it's affecting his wheels, so he's staying in the race. So we're staying at 2 laps. You're Rick Delane. You're thinking about how sweet this night could be. Your family, everything on the line. Your brother won tonight. Wouldn't it be a nice thing to sit around the table and say, hey, we both won on a night from our dad? The 5th annual Al Delane Memorial is 2 laps away from a close. A fun race to call tonight here on the Manitoba Racing Network. Crowd still waiting around to see how this one turns out because with 24 cars, or 25 that we started with, you know you're going to see some good racing. Few yellows tonight, but we've seen some quality racing up front in the middle of the pack.
There's been great racing throughout the field here tonight. Unreal. Just really entertaining.
And just watching it from a crowd perspective, seeing some of those big hits, that's what you're here to see.
Absolutely. The drivers don't want to see it. That's a big expense to them, but the fans love it.
It's all about putting on a great show. They are going to go single file. This is good news for Rick Delane. So he's going to control the field as he goes around turn 4. They are going to go green here.
2 laps remaining, green, white, checkered.
Rick Delane, still your leader. Gio now making a push for second. We'll keep one eye on Rick Delane for the rest of this race. We'll keep a lookout at the rest of the pack.
White flag is out, 1 lap remaining for Rick Delane.
Rest of the pack race clean as they go by, so we're going to have 1 lap to go. The race for second is heating up between the 85 and the 48. Here he is. He's your winner tonight, driving the 1R, Rick Delane. The 85 tonight, Jamie Davis comes in second. Wow, what a great race here at Red River Coop Speedway. Jerome Gio finishes with a very nice third. Lee McRae comes in 4th. Scott Greer finishes up in 5th spot. Kevin Sexton in 6th. Ward Emery 7th. Eric Gio 8th. Karoluk 9th. And Dustin Wall completes your top 10. What an amazing race here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. What a great finish for the Delane family tonight. He started on the pole, never looked back once.
Led every single lap, all 30 laps in the lead. Drivers lining up to give him a thumbs up. Congratulations for the awesome race.
And with
They
that,
know what this means to him.
Yes, they do. And you know what? With so many restarts, you always think in the back of your head, am I going to hold on? Am I going to hold on? And he did. He's out of the car already. He's a happy camper. Rick Delane with a lot to cheer about tonight. He is your winner of the Big Al Delane Memorial. $3,000 check handed to him by his mother tonight.
That's cool. Delane got to come through the infield yet. He's got to get the A-OK at the scales.
That's the last step of all of this. Make sure you weigh in correctly. Here's how we finished off the top 8. Couple of Gio boys up there. Jamie Davis, Lee McCrae, Scott Greer, Kevin Stixon, Warren Emery. A lot of our local, regular racers here. The only one that's kind of a newcomer is the 85 of Jamie Davis.
And Jamie gave him a good run.
For the entire race. In fact, Jamie had a great race with Jerome Gio and Lee McCrae throughout the entire time. And Eric Gio, who was up at the front for a majority of the race, he fell back. He was giving him a good run. So Jamie Davis very well deserving of that second place finish here tonight. But the guy that came out on top is driving that 1R car. What a great finish tonight. Brother Kevin wins in the Pure Stocks. He wins tonight in his modified. As Big Al Delane would say, big money, big pressure, and a very, very big reward tonight for Rick Delane. Very slow victory lap, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. You want to savor every moment. He's waving that checkered flag. He is super stoked.
I'm surprised he's not driving half out of his window. Well, we will throw it down to Darren Pallon here in just a few seconds as he interviews our winner, Rick Delane. Fantastic evening this evening. We're going to pass it down now to Darren Pallon, who's going to call the rest of this from this point on. We'll be back at the end to wrap up in just a few moments.
What a job that guy did. He schooled the rest of the field. That race, of course, brought to you by Mr. Lube. And this is a special moment. There's the winner! It doesn't get any sweeter than that, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Delane with a dramatic win, getting pressed on by the 85 of Jamie Davis. McCrae was up there at times. Some very, very serious modified drivers on that racetrack here tonight. But I will tell you what, Rick Delane in the 1R, certainly the class of the field, winning the race he has always wanted to win in the Westbrook Manufacturing 1R. There he is, he's got his helmet off, Rick Delane. All right, we have our official track photographer, Tim Johnson, down here with Kaz on the front straightaway. We're going to bring Rick up to give him a massive $3,000 check. And boy, oh boy, has he earned it in 2014. Well, here he is with his kids, Rick Delane. I've talked enough. It's time for you to talk.
Let me catch my breath here for a second. I can't believe it. Was that a 100-lap race, or was it only 30?
It seemed to be 100 by the end of it, but I'll tell you, I was talking to the fans. We were looking at the restarts. Now, we were looking on how every restart, you didn't have to contend with lap traffic, but you didn't know how much faster you were than the guys behind you, did you?
No, I was just going as fast as I can go, and I was going to let everything else take care of itself. I knew best I could figure. I thought maybe the 85 was running the top, and maybe Jerome was maybe running the top, and I was kind of looking for the bottom feeder guys where they were at. And the track was getting, it was really good at the beginning, and then as the car lost fuel, it was getting a little more slippery in turn 1, 2, and then it was tight in 3, 4, and I'm like, oh man, we're junk here. Like the car's just no good. And told myself to smarten up and, just drive the damn car.
No doubt about it. Now, with a couple laps left, I was telling the fans, you must be listening for every rattle, listening to see if the fuel pump's starving. I mean, those are some intense moments.
Yeah, it's amazing what you hear with a couple to go. And we're going down the back straightaway for the checkered, and all of a sudden he's yelling, yellow, yellow. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, jeez. I said, maybe Rob just dropped the yellow on the ground or something there. But I felt pretty good on all my restarts, and I was trying to change them up a little bit each time, and the car was getting good drive off the corner, and yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of a blur, really.
All right, let's thank those who helped you today.
Well, everyone's standing around here, of course, my family, and Kate, and they're number one on this deal, and then Interlake Mobile Welding, Johnson Hogg, of course, Westbrook Manufacturing, Concepts in Motion, PowerVac, Henley Sports Shop Players. The shop by Buzzy Cars are awesome. Like Corey Crasper and those guys over there, they've been helping me out lots. And we were kind of junk yesterday, and changed the thing around. And that's a good thing about racing. You're junk one day and you get another chance the next day. And I'm glad this was the day, because it's pretty freaking unbelievable. So.
All right, well, let's get on with the payday. $3,000 to win in this A-modified feature, going to Rick Delane. The big trophy, Aaron Holton last year's champion, Rick Delane this year's champion. We have Mr. Lube down here to present the trophies. Many thanks to Mr. Lube for all their sponsorship of this great event. We saw some great racing action, and now it's time for the photographers to do their work. How about we congratulate Rick Delane one more time, winner of the 5th annual Al Delane Memorial, presented by Mr. Lube.
All right, thank you, Darren, and that'll put a wrap on our broadcast for tonight. We've seen many great races this evening, from the Midwest Modifieds to the Pure Stocks to the Street Stocks, but the big one that happened tonight was in the Modified class. $3,000 to Rick Delane on the big Al Delane Memorial Night. Final thoughts?
I'm happy that I was able to share this moment with you. It was fantastic racing all around. All the classes put on a great show. Just a really good time tonight.
Well, we had a blast here as well. For all of us here on the Manitoba Racing Network and all of you at home, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great evening. Next week we're back with our Super Truck Hall of Fame race. Make sure you catch us on the ManitobaRacingNetwork.com for more great racing videos here in Manitoba. Have yourself a good evening. We'll see you back here next week.
For more great videos on racing, check out the Manitoba Racing Network at www.manitobaracing.network.com.